Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another apartment renovation. Today I am tackling 701 Zenview, which is one of the two-story apartments. And I'm not gonna lie, this was one that my Twitch chat bullied me into decorating. I was like, I want to stream, I want to work on an apartment, and I was thinking one of the small ones, and everyone was like, two-story apartment. So here we are working on that. But I had a vague idea going into this that I wanted to do something maybe cluttered for like a first time apartment. And that ended up getting pushed aside. This is still like meant to be sort of a first apartment for some roommates. It's not very cluttered. It's kind of there's one area that's cluttered you'll see me working on. But the idea was to have a lot of stuff that you might get for cheap at some place like IKEA, but have like a nice 2-bedroom lofted apartment for a couple of roommates. And the idea was that they were sort of opposite in careers or had very different careers, but they have a couple of other interests in common. So sort of like an interesting scenario, an interesting love story perhaps. This was an idea that chat came up with, and so we're having an artist and a lawyer that live together here as roommates, and they have a shared like workspace up in the loft, and this was such a fun build to do, and I think out of all the two-story apartments, this is the one that I like the most, probably because it's on the smaller side for a two-story apartment, but honestly, I just think it works really nice for a lofted apartment, a lofted space, and I adore creating things like this. They are so much fun. Anyway, the kitchen is coming together here. It ends up just having like a table in the middle under where those lights that I added are. And I really like the platforms I put under the staircase. I kind of wanted a built-in like display area there. I've definitely seen that before in real life, and I haven't ever tried to create it in The Sims to have like some additional interesting space under the stairs. So that's what I did there, and then we're getting an archway leading in from the living room into the kitchen and dining area, which is the archway that came with the industrial loft kit, which I think worked nicely here. But now I'm starting to decorate under the stairs. And I ended up grabbing a few things from the Blooming Rooms kit to put in there with the hanging plants. And I just think it's so pretty. I really wanted to have a lot of greenery in this space. And I will say I do jump around in this build quite a bit. I'm pretty sure we're about to go really in depth on this loft, which is the working space for our two roommates. So we're getting a desk for the artist and a desk for the lawyer, and gonna really decorate their space. There's definitely a lot more personality in the working area that is for the artists. There's some fun stuff over by the lawyer's space as well, but more of their interests are actually in their bedroom. We were chatting on stream when we built this and thinking that maybe they both share a common interest of like anime, and they met in the artist alley at a convention, and I thought it was a really cute idea, having that as a way you found your roommate. So that's kind of what we went with. And yeah, this is going to be the art area. I sized down a couple of easels, which I never thought to do before, but I think it looks really cool for a desktop area. They also have a laptop, a sketch pad, and a corkboard, as well as a bunch of drawings up above it. I just had a ton of fun decorating this space. Also, some of the clutter that came with Dream Home Decorator of the swatches, and then we grabbed this artist easel, or not the easel, but like the art table. I just thought it looked realistic to have some extra storage and have like the palette and stuff out. I also grabbed some of the sticky notes that came with Parenthood and hung them up on the corkboard up here, maybe some like notes and stuff for inspiration, maybe some to-do lists, things like that. I know I have to-do lists absolutely everywhere. I have them written down on a notepad next to me, in like a planner, in a sticky note on my computer. I have to write things down everywhere if I want to remember to do them. And as like a art major and stuff in school, I feel like this was very similar to how my space usually looked. It was a mess. I had my computer out doing my graphic design work. I had like stuff out that was drying for ceramics, and Anyway, I'm just continuing to decorate. We ended up putting a Buy Pride flag up here and some more posters. We put that Get to Work calendar over by the lawyer's desk. That's like the men in uniform, like trying to be sexy, I guess. We were thinking that could have been like a joke gift from one to the other. And yeah, we're going to start working on that area now. It's a bit messy. There's papers everywhere. I used some boxes and stuff from Strangerville, which came in handy. I really like Strangerville. I feel like it has a lot of cool items. Plus, the world is gorgeous. I really, really like that world. And then just getting a little lamp over here, which I think is kind of stylish, but does look like something you could probably get for pretty unaffordable, or not unaffordable, pretty affordable. Inexpensive is the word I was looking for. I was like, and I mixed it up with unaffordable. Anyway, those are the complete opposite words. I'm going to put that over there as well as some business cards. And then we're back over on the artist side. And I am adding that like cork board that has all sorts of stuff on it for the interior designer career. And just some more storage space and plants. I really like how this space came together. And we're actually going to get a couple of filing cabinets over here with our degrees hanging up on the wall, as well as a plant. And I will also be putting like a little bit of a room divider over here to separate their spaces a little bit. But I wanted the background behind the lawyer to look a little bit more professional. So that's why we get the divider and put like their diplomas and stuff on display, because I assume that would be like a Zoom background for meetings. So that was the plan there. And then I decided that the bedrooms would both have doors out onto the balcony space. And here I am just grabbing those degrees and stuff that I had mentioned. I think we put a plant back here as well. I keep it fairly simple, but I think it came out pretty nice in the end and would make a decent background for some meetings. But anyway, we're moving into the living room now. I thought about pairing two of these couches together from Dream Home Decorator to make a sectional out of them. Obviously, we could also make a sectional with sectionals from the same pack, but I really liked this one, and I thought the couch itself looked like it was a pretty basic shape, and maybe the artist picked out some of the cute pillows, and that was the idea for this room. We wanted to keep it fairly simple, but still kind of stylish. That was the idea of the whole apartment, the messiest area being the loft space that we just decorated. Everything else is pretty like clean and organized and simple. So that is definitely present in this living room. We got a mirror that we're about to put up here, so it's sort of close to the door to head out so you can check what you're looking like before you leave. And then I also put a closet by the front door because I think that's pretty realistic to have a coat closet there. And then of course temperature controls and a fire alarm. I know my Sims like to catch everything on fire. And a couple of paintings, and I think that's pretty much it for this living room. I think I'm just going to get a tray for the table from Tiny Living. And that should be it, other than some books over here. I wanted to keep it like simple, but there's a couple of pieces of clutter that make it look lived in. You know, like they bought it to like decorate the space, but they don't actually spend a ton of time in there. I feel like they're mostly in the loft space and in the kitchen. So anyway, I'm decorating under the stairs now. I have some books, some vases, and just like a couple of things you might have found at like a home decor store and decided to put under here. We also have these cushions from the toddler pack. I think those are super cute. I would love some more floor cushions. That would be nice. They don't even have to be functional like that one is. That one works as a chair. But just having some decorative floor cushions would be nice. Anyway, on the table here, I just have some salt and pepper as well as a plant. That salt and pepper shaker, by the way, is a new base game item that we got kind of recently, last month. It was part of a Sims Delivery Express drop that brought us a few different items around the holidays, and I thought that was a really nice one. Also, the aprons that I hung up on the wall are from that. And then one of my favorite things I added in here is like some wall art and a ladder leading up to it. The ladder is from Debug from Cats and Dogs. I just wanted it to look like a decorative piece, like the artist had climbed up there and painted that on the wall. I thought it was a bit of fun. Moving on to the upstairs balcony now, though. I decided to make this a little bit of a yoga space. They can probably relax and get away from the stress of their jobs and have a really nice view of doing so. This outside area is always so nice in these apartments because they get a beautiful city view. We have some plants out here, a couple of loungers, this little fountain from Snowy Escape, and I grab a couple of planters out here as well if you want your Sims to work on their gardening skill. I think it's just a really nice, peaceful area and also some string lights. And that's pretty much it for this balcony. I think that's all I added out here, but I think that is fine. And then we're moving inside to the bathroom. There are two bathrooms in this apartment, one on the bottom floor, one on the top floor, and they're pretty much decorated exactly the same. They're slightly different orientations, but I'm using the same shower, toilet, sink, all of that. And I really like how it came out. I really love the curtain that I used from Parenthood. But anyway, this is going to be the artist's bedroom. It's very green in here. There's quite a few plants and some fun stuff hanging up on the wall. I had a lot of fun picking out the paintings. I really enjoy this like collage of paintings that came with the paranormal stuff pack. I think it worked nicely in here. We have a little side table. I really wanted to use the ones that came with Dream Home Decorator, but the shadows on them are just horrible. So I ended up using the poof from Tiny Living instead. I have this little display light over in the corner as like a still life that could be painted or photographed, or there's a lot of different things you could do with that. You could draw that, and yeah, just getting a closet in here and some more plants and things. I really enjoy all of the different plants you can pick out, all of the like ones with the little painted vases with the faces on them over here. I also have some canvases that I imagine they painted and we're just storing in here, and a TV as well. And that's pretty much it for that room. And we'll be heading into the lawyer's room, which this is where their personality comes out. You see right now it's very like bland, boring, just black and white, and to an extent I keep it kind of like that. It's very like clean, prim, and proper, but there are some collectibles in here and some fun posters, and where their like interests overlap, you can definitely see in this space. You'll see like the figures they collected and stuff, and I really liked the idea of them meeting at a convention in like the artist alley or something. So I hope you enjoy that storyline as well. I think it's so fun when we build things over on stream, and chat adds so much to the storyline, or just like ideas I wouldn't have thought of when it comes to like different colors or patterns to use, or just different ways to go about a build. So yeah, if you'd like to ever join over on Twitch, I do stream 3 days a week, Mondays and Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern time, and Wednesdays, which is today, at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So I'll be live tonight if you'd like to join me. I would love to have you. I think we're going to be working on some room builds tonight, just because I'm in the mood to do something a little bit different and not like focus on one theme for a really long time. I thought it could be a bit of fun. So if you want to join us for some fun room builds, I'd love to have you. There's a link down below. It's twitch.tv/MissGryphi. But anyway, this room is just about done, and this build is just about done. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. That really does help me out. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and click that bell to be notified when I upload. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye, everyone.